I've got something a little bit different. I've been asked to have a look at this thing. It's a unidirectional dynamic microphone. Apparently it's not working. Well, I don't believe it's working. See what the story is. So it's a karaoke mic and it's got a XLR to mono connector on there. Could be the cable, don't know. And here's the microphone, say XLR, it's a metal microphone. And the model number here is MUD-5352, impedance 600 ohms. Is it any good? I don't know. Could be a switch even. No, it's got a switch up here. Maybe that's the problem. We'll find out, I suppose. So first things first, we'll check this bit out. And I'll turn this around right away so I can push the button. Also, sorry about the background noise. It's summer here and it's stinking hot. And I've had to turn the air conditioning on. I'm afraid it's not very quiet air conditioning. It's quite an old unit. Let's look at the XLR connector. This all feels like there's no real strain relief in there. Let's see if we get any connections between the cables and the plug. So I'll shove that in there. Okay, that's shield. Let's try that one. That's tip. What's that one there? Probably nothing. That's tip as well. And shield. Hey? What? Hold on. Let's short it out. That can't be right. 3 ohms. Do you think there's something wrong inside this plug? That could be easy. Let's have a look at the mic while I've got this out. We'll turn it on. It's on. And we'll check between pins. It should get 600 ohms somewhere. We go. 505 ohms we're getting. So that's between those two pins there. Which means those two should be the ones which have the connection on. Which is pin 2 and 3. Let's get my minor screwdrivers out. Let's see what we want. Let's go for this one. Is that even how we get it apart? Yeah, there we go. Well, that's interesting. Right, that looks fine actually. So if you look on here, you can see that there's a strap between these two pins and the shield connection, and that is pin 2, sorry, pin 1 and pin 3. So pin 2 must be the audio path. So I'm wondering why we're getting a short. I mean, there's a little wire sticking out there, but I don't think it's bridging anything. Why are we getting a short on here? There's a definite short. That's 6 ohms. We go between shield and there at 0. So there's a 6 ohm short somewhere. Yeah, so it could be up this end here, or this end could be frayed. I'm guessing. I mean, this end looks fine. I could cut it off and redo it just to be sure, but alright, that looks fine. There's no like signs of it kinking over or anything in those spots. It looks fine. It's got a good strain relief on it. I can't really fault this end. I don't know. Well, let's just rule out some damage on the cable itself, just in case there's a nick in it somewhere. Let's just check the cable. Just feel it all the way along. Maybe it's been crushed or shorted out inside the actual length of the cable. I can't feel any bumps on it. No nicks grabbing in my hand as I'm putting it through, and that all seems fine. I can't actually feel anything wrong with the cable itself. But obviously, you shouldn't be getting a short on there. Let's check it again now. I've changed that. Let's just go between that pin there and this one here. It's a bit further away. No, I've got no short. There's a short gone now. I've done that. Oh, that's curious. No. Oh, this is interesting. The beep's annoying, isn't it? it's changing all the time. It's likely to be a frayed wire somewhere, maybe even inside this moulded plug here. Can I slide this off even? Sometimes you can slide things back. I don't think I can though. I'm not sure that's what it is though. I want to narrow it down more first. Sorry about the beep. I don't know, I can't tell. Well, I think I've narrowed this down a little bit. It's in here somewhere. I can get it to stop and start. I'll move it back a bit. Anything past here doesn't matter what I do. But here somewhere it starts to get touchy. So somewhere in this bit here is the fault. Right, so it's in between these two bits of tape. Somewhere in this little piece here is the fault. So I'm going to have to cut it off here and reattach it, or maybe cut that piece out and splice it. Yeah, let's cut one end off and strip it back and see what happens. So that's just that piece there. So let's cut it back here. Problem gone. So let's try and slice down this thing and get the thing out. I want to strip it out and see what we can see. Where's the cut I just made? I can't see it. I didn't go right through, so I'm trying to just tear it. Let's split this off. Let's just pull the centre one out. It might destroy the evidence, is the only problem. Okay. Pull off the shield. And there is nothing obvious. There must just be an incredibly thin wall on this wire. So somewhere on here there must just be a really thin bit of insulation. Where it's just basically worn through. You see anything? I can't. What's that there? Nothing. Well, I'm just curious about where the short is. I mean, there must be a break in this insulation. What's that there? Nothing? I mean, there's lots of little bits like this which look thin. Maybe that's it there. A bit of wire. Just sticking through a little bit just there. That's what it looks like. It could be all it takes. There's another one. So, yeah. Let's re-splice this thing and give it back. Alright, let's solder these on. I'm just going to do some preparation to these. Get some solder on these. Getting ready to go. I'll trim this back down afterwards. It's a bit stringy looking. Do some on this one. And let's just tidy this up a little bit. Get it a bit shorter. Slice these into it. Once I've got a bit of heat shrink on there. Now this heat shrink's going to be too long because I might be able to slide it on. Yeah, about halfway I think. So you have to be pretty quick with this. Do this side first, get it warmed up, melt it onto this side, then get the heat shrink on before it shrinks. Shrinks. Come on. Oh, I'm making a mess of it. Oh, no, that's not going to work. Shrinker's already shrinking. Oh, look, it's a disaster. Right, so I pulled some of this sleeving back a bit to try and stretch it. I'll do this, hopefully I can get this to this without shrink melting, and then I will slide this back down again once I'm done. I think I'm going to get some more solder on this. This wire seems a bit weird. I think it's got some aluminium or something in it. There we go, that's a much better slice. That's more like it. That's how it's supposed to go. Cool. That's what I was trying to do. Made it look easy that time. Now, I've already got, I should actually point this out, I've already got some heat shrink slid down here. Right, so once I've got this second splice done, I can just lay those down, slide that over, and heat shrink the whole thing. I should have pointed it out before, because otherwise you go, oh no, you haven't put the outer heat shrink on. Because I've never done that. I've always remembered to put the heat shrink on the outside, every time, never ever forgotten. Solder on that one, solder on this one, all splicing together. Hopefully get them lay nicely together. Come on. Oh. Hold on. Just tidy this mess up. So I'm meant to go to the heat shrink? Yeah. It's not cooperating because, you know, it never does it? Not the tidiest, but I think it'll work. It's not great, but it will do the job. It's only a microphone cable for a karaoke machine. Let's slide this down. Kind of put a silicone bit down as well, actually. Get back to where it's supposed to go. Another cable there, another cable there, so that's roughly in the middle. Let's use hot air this time. That should be good. Let's test it. Maybe. That sounds promising. Let's check for conductivity to the other end. So let's go shield. Yep. Center conductor. Sweet as. That's good. Let's put the connector back together again. Plug this into the microphone. Make sure that's on. We'll check the resistance for the microphone. So find the end of the plug cable again. So I should be seeing about 505 ohms or so. Yep, there we go. Sweet as. That's working. That's fixed. Have you enjoyed it? Give a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Click the bell icon if you already are subscribed. You're not getting notifications. And I'll catch you next one. Bye.